people on both sides hoax, for example, that many people bought into, and then once they realized that full context where he wasn't supporting Nazis and white nationalists, and he explicitly condemned them, that kind of swayed them. So was there like a specific like moment in the media narrative that kind of like once she saw the other side that it kind of switched her over?
I'll ask you about that because I'm not sure. I'm not actually sure what the fundamental thing was. What biggest impact? Um,
I asked her that question 3 days ago. What she answered, what she told me was the lies she constantly saw on mainstream media. I think when she kind of woke up to that, I think most people are in a similar bucket, starting to wake up to the kind of other universe that the mainstream media is creating.
yeah, basically, speaking of rabbit holes, like once you start going down the hoax rabbit hole and you start finding that one thing after another was a hoax, I think it tends to make people very angry because they feel like, wow, I can't believe I've been lied to so much for so long and so consistently. Uh, legacy media's I think made a huge mistake by being so partisan and so deceptive. Um, 'cause- and this is, in fact, if you have friends and family who are still sort of buying into these, sort of still, I don't know, call us supporters or whatever, just showing them the source material, I think, is the biggest thing. It's just like saying, well, what are the things that you just like about Trump? Let's look at let's watch the actual video. That this You can hear what he said. You don't have to hear someone's opinion of what he said. You can actually hear what he said and see if you think that matches with what you've been told by the media. And then they look at them like, wow, that's actually, he said the total opposite of what the media said he said. Like, yeah. Now let's go through it. Go over another hoax. Well, that one's wrong too. That this other hoax is wrong. Well, this is one after another. How many do you want to go through? And then that's the best. Basically, truth and sunlight are the best antidote to the people who've sort of been bamboozled by the legacy media.
Hello, it's me. I'm May.
Oh, hi.
I've just come on. I might as well give my own thoughts
Yeah,
and
that's funny.
why I spent a week like totally dedicated to Republicans and
That's
Trump and voting and everything. I mean, beyond what I would do. The thing is, I was at a 3-day fashion conference in Marrakesh, and I dare not talk politics among fashion people. So I said, when I get back, I might ruin my modeling career, but I'll help you save America. And that's why I was so active in the last week.
Well, thanks. But to the point is, I guess part of it is what we're trying to figure out is like, well, how do we uh, convince others to, um, support Trump or rethink their support? Maybe at least move them to neutral. Uh, like what is most convincing to you? Uh,
To go on to X and to go on to Fox News. I mean, you remember for how many years was 20 years, that 25 years, Fox News were the devil, the devil. And suddenly, my twin sister said to me, "You've got to follow Fox News. They really say the facts and they are honest." And I thought, no, this can't be true. The New York Times, CNN, MSNBC, they said it's bad, bad, bad. And then I said, I went on Fox News and I was very impressed. And now I've just done 4 interviews for Fox News.
okay,
So, and I had fun, and because I trusted them.
great.
You also, May, you also in our chat earlier, you talked about how your friends who are also Democrats, they've also, they're kind of following your footsteps and starting to question a lot of their earlier beliefs. Is that for similar reasons? Is that similar to seeing the mainstream media's lies, or did they all have different reasons?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess they still want to be my friends. And just they they just don't know what to do. They're more confused, and so I've told them to vote for the vote Republican, and they're asking me how am I doing, how am I feeling. I'm getting texts all day today, because it's very intense, and we have to win.
It is very intense. I mean,
Yeah. And I'm very proud of my son. I'm very proud of Elon. I'm all the time.
thanks, Mom.
And yeah, I think New York Times is doing a hit piece on you
I
tomorrow.
mean, listen,
I have
what else is new?
in
I mean,
and
honestly, in
We've
Alaska,
lost
it's like
count.
another day, another hit piece, you know? It's
yes,
like,
and so but it was someone who's very upset,
okay.
and I said, no, this is normal.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Whatever.
Send them a
It's,
poop
Get
emoji.
over it.
yeah, seriously.
I
Yeah,
think, May, they're scared of you, May, because every time someone talks anything bad about you, you quote tweet them and attack them back on your
I
profile.
I crap on them. I just
Exactly.
I just I can be as hateful as they are because I can pull up the lies.
Exactly. I mean, that's the thing about free speech is that, like, you get to, is that, the people that are, like, you kind of know who the bad guys are. It's like whoever doesn't want free speech, because that means that their
Yeah,
ideas can't stand light of day. That's
yeah,
that, like, basically truth tellers don't fear free speech. Liars do.
yeah. The weird thing is, I'm also on Instagram mainly for my modeling photos, and I've posted Fox News and Republican and go to vote, and I haven't been taken off. And I've had a lot of people liking what I'm saying, and and then I've had a lot of people who don't follow me and have zero posts hating on me and being very malicious. So I actually screenshot about 10 of them and I just post them on my Insta story saying where they're coming from. They don't follow me, they have no posts. There must be some bots that the Democrats have put up.
Yeah, so it's like, wonder, like, are they real or not? Yeah.
Yeah. And then those people who are real because they do follow me, if they mean and malicious, then I block them. But if they just are giving their opinion, and then I'll just I hide their comment.
Have you, May, have you had a similar? So when Elon went all in on Trump, all the hit pieces
All
came
in,
out.
baby. Next level.
Exactly. But
Well, explain
you're
it.
going. Good.
Yeah.
That was funny.
May, you're going all in as well. Are you starting to get? Are you feeling a hit piece coming in? Because I can't wait for to see your response to it.
Oh, I'll wait. No, nobody's been after me, which is disappointing and unusual.
They've got manners. They never go after the mum. I think they've got some. They've got a
No,
certain red line
oh
by the
no,
looks of it.
no, they'll come after me. They don't have a problem with that. They have no morals, so it doesn't matter. But then they have to go through my manager usually because I don't share any of my information, and she'll hit them down.
Well,
Hey, May. Oh,
I,
God,
I
Elon.
I think we're kind of seeing a sea change in the country, frankly. Kind of like a waking up.
Yeah, I
Um,
think so.
I think for many people, the situation with COVID was a wake up call. Like it's like some of the stuff that was coming out on the media, like fiery but peaceful on CNN, like that was so
yeah,
in
just
your face propaganda that it's hard to not be awake after seeing that. Like at that point, they're insulting our intelligence as Americans.
yeah, they're telling you just don't believe your eyes. I'm like, well, wait, we're supposed to believe you and not believe our lying eyes? Like,
Mm.
what?
Yeah, yeah. Like I just felt insulted at that point because that was it was a period when a lot of us were supposed to be sheltering in place, and then they made this giant. I think you called it a moral invincibility card for people participating in BLM protests, and they said, "Oh,
Yeah,
magically COVID will stop spreading if you're at a activist protest." And I was like, "Well, what about the rest of us? I thought we were in this together." And then they made this huge exception, carving it out, and then I was like, "All right, well, I guess if you're woke, you don't have to play by the rules."
yeah, and also if you're also illegally crossing the border, then it doesn't apply.
Mhm.
I'm like, how's
So,
that work?
so
Is COVID immunity just because you came illegally across the border? That seems weird.
Elon,
So
you've made X sort of the real player for popping the narrative against the mainstream media the past 2 years, but this is the first election where it's really going to have an impact. But even if we do win this year, if they ever get control, whether it's 2026 or 2028, they're going to do all those things like packing the Supreme Court or legalize a bunch of illegals. I mean, is there a plan with America PAC to continue beyond 2024?
Can anyone hear Elon? Is it glitching? I think Elon, you're muted. I think, unless I'm the only one that can't hear you.
I can't
I
hear
can't
either.
hear. I can't hear
Oh, I think
anything
everyone,
too.
everyone,
oh, sorry,
everyone was just too scared to actually.
sorry,
Yeah, everyone was just too scared to jump in.
sorry. Actually, I'm just about to land, so I have to sign off soon. But um, no,
Have a great party tonight. I hope you're celebrating.
I hope so.
Yeah, I'm celebrating with friends, the closet Republicans in New York.
Yep.
No,
Um,
yeah,
yeah. No, so America PAC is gonna keep going after this election, and preparing for the midterms and any intermediate elections, as well as looking at elections at the district attorney level and basically judicial sort of level, because I think we something needs to be done to kind of counter the damage that Soros has done to the American system. Um, we just have to have DAs that protect the citizens of their cities and put like repeat violent offenders in prison. Like, it's just insane that we have in so many of our cities DAs who don't prosecute crime, and then the people of those cities suffer. You got that in New York, you got that in LA, you got that in Philadelphia. It's just nutty. And so I think basically American PAC's going to aim to weigh in heavily on the midterms and intermediate elections, as well as just doing common sense stuff like having DAs who prosecute repeat violent criminals who are obviously a danger to the people.
By the way, have you guys, Elon May, your thoughts on the strategy by Kamala, getting all these A-list celebrities to support them? It's the campaign. I'm surprised she's even that close in the polls, because the campaign is mainly focusing on the strategy of emotions. So no logic, no numbers, no policy. All her answers are very vague. Yet for some reason, it still works with some people in the US. I just don't understand why not enough people see through it, and I wonder whether that could happen in future elections as well, because it's not an election based on facts.
I know, but I was a former Democrat and I was a staunch Democrat, and I didn't trust a Republican. I didn't trust the Fox News or any Republicans, and it is really hard to suddenly change. So it would take a few weeks to be able to accept the change after you've been believing for so long. And so that could just be slowing people down.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
cautiously
Elon.
optimistic that we'll see a pretty big change this election, um, and I think that momentum will continue. It's at least my hope.
I hope
Yeah,
too.
I mean, it's considering, for instance, like
Elon.
Joe Rogan. Like I said, I really recommend people watch the podcast that we did yesterday. Because Joe was Joe was a Democrat for a long time until recently, and Joe Rogan, for Joe Rogan to endorse Trump, that's a really big deal, because in times in the past he actually said I think he at one point, like he said, he would never endorse Trump, and he's come to the conclusion that he's changed his mind. So again, because the more he looked at the data and everything, it's like he's like, well, you know these hoaxes aren't true. And Yeah, so I think we're just seeing it. I think there's a sea change in the country. I hope I'm not wrong about that. And um, Yeah, and if Trump wins, we'll have 4 years to fix a lot of things and set up America for a grand age of prosperity. So with that, I'd have to sign off. Got to actually go meet with President Trump, and hopefully